I caught you.
The music was still playing.
Yes.
It's like, wait a minute.
That's my new intro. Somebody mentioned that they hated the blue building that said Scientology. And so did I actually. And
Yeah.
so I said, "You know what? I'm gonna make a different background. It's gonna be nice." And, so it's gonna say SPTV on it, and, yeah, screw that blue building.
Yeah, there you go. New look, new week. And hey, welcome everybody
Yes.
to our weekly Wednesday show, All Things Scientology, where we pull back the curtain on the abusive practices of Scientology. I'm your host, Claire Headley.
And I'm your, other
Co-host,
other
I'm
host.
sorry, I messed up my lines, everybody. Please excuse me. It's been a really long week.
And I'm Amy Scobee. Woohoo!
Yeah, I should have said we are
Um,
your hosts. There you go.
that's
We'll fix
okay.
that for next
Whatever.
time.
It all works. It all works. And with 92 years of experience in Scientology and outside Scientology, with Scientology, we've got a lot to share. So, welcome everybody. And I saw in the comments that there are people from all over the place in with us tonight, which is really
Nice.
awesome.
Yay.
Yes,
That's
yes.
awesome.
Welcome to everyone.
Yes. Thanks for joining us wherever you are hailing from. Oh, yeah. I see England, North Vancouver.
Yeah.
Let's see. Looks like Apostate Alex might be here. Hey, Goldie, the special, amazing Goldie moderator that we
The
were
one, the
somehow blessed
only.
with.
I know. She's amazing.
She is amazing.
Always there with all the hot links that everyone needs.
Yes.
Clearwater Chat, always bringing fun to the chat.
Oh, yes.
And a lot of
Absolutely.
our
Juliana Bittencourt is here. Yay.
Mhm.
It's always nice seeing the regulars.
Yes. Well, as you can see behind me, sorry, I never know which way I'm gonna lean, is a that's a towel.
Oh.
It's a queen bee towel. I got that because I need to use my dry erase board. I've got serious strategies and tactical plans to be laying out in a major way. And so I've got a bunch of stuff up on the board, but it can't be in my video
No.
Scientology.
Yeah, I have
So,
let's see, I have my son's art collection on this board and I have my book collection on this board. See, I
yes.
pulled out Russell Miller's Barefaced Messiah and added it to my little shelf there.
That's nice. Yeah, I've
Yes.
got a collection of A Piece of Blue Sky, Barefaced Messiah, and then what's the other one by Steve let's see.
Fair game.
Madman or Messiah, I think it is.
Oh yeah, Madman and Messiah. That's by I can't remember who. Oh,
Yeah.
Bent Cardin. That's
Ben Cardin.
Bent
So I just
Cardin.
ordered that one. So I have those old classics and I want to read all of them. So
I've read all of them. They're amazing.
Have you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've read all the, Billion Years and Blown for Good and Counterfeit Dreams and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
from all my friends.
Well, when I was still like just, super fresh out, still super fearful, figuring out what way was up, what way was down, I decided in my little, indoctrinated mind that had never thought outside of the Scientology box to apply the quote multiple viewpoint system.
Oh,
where Hubbard says you're supposed to look at something from all different viewpoints. And I was like, well, then I'm going to read all of the books.
Yes, the multiple viewpoint system. I have not heard of that in a long time.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And thus the deprogramming began.
Yeah, that's a good way to start it, just start okay, Mango.
I'm glad Mango agrees with me. Yay.
Mango and Kiwi just got like on fire 5 minutes before the live stream is supposed to start, and we're doing the zoomies over the whole entire house and facing each other with their little chewies.
Oh, so cute.
But one of the key components of mind control and of a cult is information control. You're only fed one thing, from your little internal events and stuff. And meantime, your TV's cut off, any media's cut off. And so that's all you know. And so when we started after Matt and I got out and we started seeing some of the stuff, and we were like, "Oh my god, is some of this real?" You know,
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was actually shocked, and my eyes were just bing.
Yeah.
So now we're the ones revealing it to the other side, you know?
I know. Well, we've been through it, so we've seen it
Mhm.
all. I
Yeah.
mean, we're seeing all of this unfold. We've kind of, I don't know. There's many things. I mean, if you told me 18 years ago what I'd be doing today, I would have not believed you for 1 second.
Yeah, it wasn't on my agenda either.
No, I know, but I know it's funny. At one point, Mark and I were like, we're going to retire from, let's just focus on building our lives, which of course, as you know, is not a small task when
Oh
you've,
my god.
yeah. But then, whatever. The rest is
Yes.
history. Here we are. Keep on
Ye
doing what must be done.
And it is the right thing to do. I know it in my heart and soul.
Yep.
It
I
is the
do
right thing
too.
to do. Yes. So we are gonna do a week in review.
Yay.
And so I've got my wonderful slides here.
Oh,
Week in
nice.
review for SPTV. Okay, so here's the first thing. You got a brand new thumbnail for all things Scientology. We took out that hospital ugly blue thing.
I preferred the other picture that you had of me, but that's okay. I'm
This
super
is the
critical of my
nicest. Oh, you got okay, good. Well, I'll pick
it's neither here
I'll
nor
pick
there.
yes. Well, if you prefer a different one, I will put a different one. But I thought that was a beautiful one. But
Yes.
I did a video this week called well, what's it called? It was an interview with the former PI that was on Matt and I and other former Sea Org members like Mike and Christy.
Yep.
And so I called it Inside the Creepy World of Scientology Stalkers because that's what they are.
Yep.
And Scientology's Private Eyes. And there I am in my bathing suit jumping with a whale jumping in the background because that was a photo that creepy Dwayne Powell took that's pictured up in the corner there in his arrest photo for being arrested with a lot of guns and ammunition and a silencer and a detective badge and license plates and all kinds of stuff was found in his vehicle.
Yeah,
He was
it's crazy.
getting paid $10,000 a week by Scientology to stalk and harass ex-Scientologists. So
Yep.
that was a good interview. It was the first time that I spoke to Alana, who was on the team of stalkers. And she wanted to come forward with her story. And it'd been written about by Tony Ortega, but this is the first time that she spoke out publicly. So, and she wanted to do that with someone that she affected. So I was very
Wow.
happy. Yeah, I was very
I'm
happy to
super
do that.
grateful to her for that. I mean, that takes real courage,
Oh yeah, it was her first time she'd ever done anything like that, so
Yeah.
there was a lot of taking little breaks and, making sure that she had her thoughts together and everything, which is totally fine. I know it's not easy, to just put yourself out there.
Exactly. I know there's a lot that comes with it, and
Oh my
obviously, I
god.
mean, we could do a show just dedicated on crap that happened to us because we spoke out against Scientology, you know what I mean? But
Yeah, a series.
yeah. I mean, there are endless stories, obviously.
Oh man. Yeah,
Mark's
there
High
are.
File series is just covering the documents. That doesn't cover all the things that happened to us.
Right. Yeah. No.
It's insane.
It is insane, and it could fill another book, and it's in progress of filling another book.
Yeah.
And then let's see, okay, so this is another one that you did, which was Where's Shelley with Mark, and this one concentrated on Shelley's dad and sister. I watched it today. It was very, very informative.
Nice. Thank you for watching. And yes,
Yeah.
again, as I always say, oh, it's crazy how much I'm learning about Shelley's life. There's so much crazier stuff coming. So yeah, we're just gonna keep on keeping on.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's another video you did. You were
Yes.
making
Yes.
the
So
rounds.
so yeah, this was on Saturday on Mark Fisher and Janice Gillum Grady's channel. Our Scientology stories, peeling the onion for everyone watching. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to get on over there and subscribe. Janice and Mark started a new series on tracking down missing Scientologists and members of the Sea Organization. And this week they were talking about Andrew Barton. So yeah, that'll be a great partnership with the Aftermath Foundation, because we have people writing in all the time trying to track down family members. And so, yeah.
They call that the mysterious absences in Scientology. Yes.
Yep, of which there are many.
There are many. I've had people for 18 solid years, I've had people write to me saying, do you know where my loved one is? Do you know where my loved one is? You know?
Yeah.
I plan on doing a video this week, because in the OSA files, there's a list of INT-based staff members and then what was going to be done with them.
Right.
And I think that that's important information. Scientology is going to freak out that I just told you guys that, but it's really important information, because family members want to know what happened to their loved ones.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. In fact, you reminded me, I'm going to see if I can upload a picture to make another comment on this in a minute. I'll try. I wish I would have remembered to do this beforehand.
But what? Yeah, what?
No, it's okay. We won't talk about it. Like, just give me a minute. But it relates to missing people and my Where's Shelley series.
Okay.
There's just a really significant point that I remembered I wanted to bring up and talk about. So,
okay, yeah.
Yes. But
no problem.
let's keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is another thing you appeared in. You ready?
Yeah. Yes, Andrew Gold. On the Edge with Andrew Gold. So we did this on Monday, and of course, with the new Mission Impossible movie coming out this week, we were talking about Tom Cruise. Yeah, great chat. And
he calls it ex-Scientologist reveals horrors of Tom Cruise. And many horrors. Yeah, Tom Cruise. Because his Mission Impossible is coming out. I found this and I wanted to just read it to everybody because it's so good. Claire wrote this the last time a Mission Impossible came out. She says, glad all you Top Gun fans are enjoying the new movie. Personally, recent posts about this new movie only serve to remind me of Tom Cruise and his crimes against humanity. Extreme, you may think? Destroying families is a crime against humanity, my opinion. Ask yourself, when is the last time Tom talked to his only biological daughter, Suri? Remember Katie Holmes and her extreme efforts to break free of his and Scientology's control? Tom Cruise promotes a dangerous cult that destroyed my family too. The same cult that almost cost me my marriage and my life. The same cult that forced me to have 2 abortions, and which I fled from in 2005 with the clothes on my back and $200 in my pocket, to which they tracked me down across state lines to attempt to prevent my escape. Thank God they failed. So no, I will not watch the movie, nor will I ever support or approve of this scam of a man. Trust me, Tom Cruise knows exactly who he is supporting and the abuses that organization perpetuates. I worked with him while I was there. No doubt my posts will likely disappear with Facebook algorithms. I feel better saying it nonetheless, and thank you to my friends who understand. You know who you are. Well, we captured that before it could disappear.
Oh my gosh. And it blew up. I sincerely believed that it would just go into the ether because there were no pictures, it wasn't. And oh my gosh, I think, I don't think any post I've ever put on Facebook has been seen so many times.
Wow. Well, you're just speaking truth and straight from your heart, and it's completely true. Completely true. Yeah. Okay, well, here's another thing that you did this week.
Oh, let me see. Oh, yes. Okay. So this is the Children of Scientology, the Lighthouse Project, which is Christy Gordon, Miriam Francis, Victoria Locke, and I think, there we go. I named everyone correctly. So we recorded a podcast, and that's going to be coming out soon. And yes, so everyone can subscribe over there to get notified when that comes out. Actually, they told me, I think, that it will be 2 parts. So
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see, yeah, that it said part 1 there. So
Yes,
I
that's right.
figured that there was gonna be something else coming. And
Yeah.
this is another, thing that you contributed to.
Yes, this is Apostate Alex's documentary, The Second Dynamic, Scientology and Gay Rights. And absolutely, there are some great appearances in there. I haven't had the chance to watch it yet. I've got to do that. Alex just messaged me earlier and I was like, oh gosh, I gotta get caught up here on my viewing hours. I get to the end of the day and I'm like, fall asleep.
Yes. Oh, I know. You're trying to get your own content. I mean, you're around the whole planet on these videos. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then now you have a friend, Cece.
Yes. Okay. So we've been talking about the growth of the organic growth, I should say, of SPTV network. And so this is the SPTV cooking channel that we've been talking about, Cece's
Mhm.
Comfort Cooking. So everybody get on over there and subscribe. Cindy is a very dear friend of ours. She's our family of choice. She's become the only grandma that our children know. And yeah, so Cindy and I are going to do a video kind of talking about how we reunited. I knew Cindy when I was a teenager. I was very good friends with her daughter, who is still in Scientology, who is now disconnected from Cindy. So I joined the Sea Org and just vanished out of all of their lives. And then Cindy, when she was coming out of Scientology, saw Mark and I on I think the Four Corners documentary that was done in Australia that we appeared in. Anyway, she messaged me and she was like, I don't know if you remember me. And I'm like, of course I remember you. Anyway, long story short, we were moving to Colorado in 2 months, from 2 months of when she contacted me. And
Yeah.
it turned out we were moving to the town where she lived.
Oh, that's
How
outrageous.
crazy is
Wow.
that?
Wow.
Yes. Seriously crazy. Anyway, yeah, and she's also the one, just if anyone has any questions, she was obviously in Scientology for many years. But she's also the one whose friend was called into the Denver org and shown a picture of her with my 5-year-old and 3-year-old son at the time at Target. They were Christmas shopping for Mark and I, which was a tradition Cindy had created with them. And so OSA or PIs had taken a picture of Cindy at Target with my sons and showed her friend at the Denver org and said, look, your Cindy is hanging out with Anonymous. Because at that time, OSA's line on us was that we were Mr. and Mrs. Anonymous, which never made any sense, but whatever.
Just the definition of anonymous.
I know.
Okay.
We're like, it's the stupidest thing you've ever come up with. Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Not
anyway.
quite, but yeah.
Yeah, one of many gargantuan foot bullets. How about that?
That's exactly right. Oh, wow. Okay, well, wonderful. And so that is it on the is there anything else that you wanted to say on the weekend review?
Let's see. I don't think so. I see
Yeah.
someone's commenting they can't find CC's link, so I guess we can just include that in the description when we're done
Good.
here. So
Okay.
it's CC's
Yeah.
Comfort Cooking. There we go.
Yes. Yeah. At
Yeah.
CICI Comfort Cooking.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
Well,
lots of we had a busy week, huh, Amy?
yes. Yeah. Well, I feel like a slacker compared to you. That's
Oh,
for
stop.
sure. Oh boy. Well, this week we want to cover OSA policies on how to harass, destroy, and make noise.
Yes.
Um, one thing that, so I've got a whole bunch of quotes, which is really important for people to know, and we can talk about each one and examples of each one as we go. But I also have like a little, 45-second clip of a video that I did, which is OSA's internet strategy. And I want to play that for you guys here. Okay.
Perfect. Yep.
create mass confusion on the internet so the sources of information are discredited, applying the LRH principle of feeding so many conflicting reports into the scene that they become unbelievable. Set up resources who act as recent XSO people that post constantly to the message boards with information about Headley, Scobee, and Hawkins, and random false information attributed to them that make them seem unreliable. See, this is their strategy. Concurrently flood XSO and Clambake with anti-psych messages that force the message boards off topic. That's what they do. I should just take that one paragraph. In fact, I'm going to. I'm going to take that one paragraph and post it on Twitter.
Yes. Nice. Yes.
Yes. So that was read from their documents and their strategy on how to distract, and then, you know, they will take all the information that they can and throw it into the internet and try to just, you know, paint the people as terrible, and then throw different subjects in, and so nobody can follow anything, and it just gets confusing, you know. So there's a strategy for you.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I've heard, you know, here and there comments like, oh, they always say it's OSA. And I'm just like, I don't always say it's OSA, but I do say, as you just read, that is exactly what OSA is trying to do. So whether or not it's OSA, why do their job for them? I mean,
exactly. Oh, I've got something to read at the end of all this, which is, I don't want to flip through all my slides to get to it because it's at the end, but that'll kind of answer that. Mostly, yes, it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Like, who would have a problem with exposing abuse aside from Scientology? And they've got people just all over the place. Boy, there's another video that I watched recently with Nancy, what is her last name again? Nancy Maney. I watched a video that she did with Mark Bunker when she was in OSA, and what they would do is they would befriend you, like pretend, you know, that they're not who they are. Obviously, they would befriend you, but not just you. They would befriend your friend. And just become their best friend, because you've known that person for 20 years, you're going to talk to them. And so then they'll get information, and just like generations down in order to get the information. So if it's sleazy, Scientology does it.
Yep. 100%.
That's right. Yeah. And I, you know, I can see comments when they come in. I can just say, oh my God, that's OSA right there. You know, nobody says that kind of stuff besides OSA, really. Yeah. So we're going to go over these references, and we'll decide how we want to do this. Maybe I read them all or whatever, but we'll just go ahead and figure it out. So I'm going to add this to the stream now, and here we go. So Scientology high crimes and the suppressive person. So Scientology has its own nomenclature for those who speak publicly about it without being authorized by the church. The worst transgressions one can commit in Scientology are denominated as high crimes. These are the acts of suppressive persons who, according to Hubbard, are trying to destroy all that is good on earth and enslave mankind. Hubbard wrote a great deal about suppressive persons, SPs, and crimes and high crimes. In March 1965, high crimes consists of publicly departing Scientology or committing suppressive acts. These are some of what he denominated high crimes / suppressive acts. Any of these will cause you to be named an enemy of Scientology. Writing anti-Scientology letters to the press, or giving anti-Scientology or anti-Scientologists evidence to the press. Public disavowal of Scientology or Scientologists in good standing with Scientology organizations. Public statements against Scientology or Scientologists, but not to committees of evidence duly convened. Testifying as a hostile witness against Scientology in public. Testifying hostilely before state or public inquiries into Scientology to suppress it, reporting or threatening to report Scientology or Scientologists to civil authorities in an effort to suppress Scientology or Scientologists from practicing or receiving standard Scientology, demanding the return of any or all fees paid for a standard training or processing actually received or received in part and still available but undelivered only because of departure of the person demanding, continued adherence to a person or group pronounced a suppressive person or group by HCO, and failure to handle or disavow and disconnect from a person demonstrably guilty of suppressive acts. Okay, so that's just a whole bunch of stupid mouthful of
yeah. Though that important one right there, reporting or threatening to report Scientology or Scientologists to civil authorities. So it's
right. Yes.
It's a suppressive act to even say you want to call the police. And not to mention, obviously, there are thousands of other policies that say the same thing in different words, but let's just put emphasis on that for a split second.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So what is fair game? Below is the infamous fair game policy letter of October 1967, which tells Scientologists that SPs may be deprived of property or injured by any means. They may be tricked, sued, or lied to, or destroyed. And here's the policy. Can you read that okay? Do you want to read that?
Yeah, I think so. Hold on a second.
Yes,
enemy, SP order, fair game, may be deprived of property or injured by any means by any Scientologist without any discipline of the Scientologist, may be tricked, sued, or lied to, or destroyed.
I mean, get a whiff of that statement.
Right. Let that sink in for just a minute. Yeah.
I mean, what in the hell? Okay, so now Scientology says, well, that policy was canceled. Okay, right.
This is one of thousands. It's not a policy. Fair game is not a policy. It's a practice.
It's a practice. And
yes.
So cancellation of fair game. So Scientology says fair game was canceled as it caused bad public relations. And that's why it was canceled, was supposedly canceled, the policy entitled. And so it says, true enough, it did cause bad PR, but it was canceled in name only. The cancellation of fair game specifically says this PL, policy letter, does not cancel any policy or the treatment of handling of an SP.
Yep.
How to treat SPs, enemies, critics is laid out in detail in church policy that must be followed to this day.
Yep, exactly. Just as, there was the Guardian's office, and then they renamed it Office of Special Affairs. I mean, it's just in their playbook.
Yeah. The Guardian's office, the most criminal outfit in the universe. And all they did was change the name. They carried on their same destructive, illegal practices.
Yep.
And so this is the policy letter cancellation of fair game, where it says the practice of declaring people fair game will cease. Declaring them fair game. Fair game may not appear on an ethics order. It causes bad public relations. This PL does not cancel any policy on the treatment or handling of an SP. L. Ron Hubbard. So that's their policy, and that's what they do.
Yep. Exactly.
This one is, all critics of Scientology have criminal pasts. This is L. Ron Hubbard's Technology Again. One of the seminal Hubbard writings is How to Deal with SPs, is entitled Critics of Scientology. The benevolent us versus the horrible critical enemies of Scientology is laid down as law. Old Aunt Emeltrude, who criticizes Scientology, does so because she fears being found out for taking the money from the change purse. Right? This is Hubbard Scientology Think. Here is the underpinning of fair game. The reason you can do anything to those who oppose Scientology, because of course they are opposed to man's salvation. So it says, now get this as a technical fact, not a hopeful idea. Every time we have investigated the background of a critic of Scientology, we have found crimes for which that person or group could be imprisoned under existing law. We do not find critics of Scientology who do not have criminal pasts. Over and over, we prove this. I haven't done anything that I could be in prison for.
Me neither.
And I'm I'm critical of your crimes that you should be in prison for. How's that
Yep,
for
that's right.
reversal? This includes the wife who complains about her husband attending a Scientology group. In the eyes of Hubbard, and thus all Scientologists, she must have had a baby with a baby he didn't know about. It could not be that she had a bad experience in or with Scientology or Scientologists. Because L. Ron Hubbard said it, any Scientologist will tell you it is absolutely true. That's how we rolled in Scientology.
Yep.
He goes on, quote, criminals hate anything that helps anyone instinctively. And just as instinctively, a criminal fights against anything that may disclose his past. And Hubbard then becomes even more threatening and ominous. He says, ominous. Those who try to make life hard for us are at once at risk. Yeah, we're at risk of losing our jobs, at risk of being sent to the popo for, things that we didn't do. We're at risk of being framed. We're at risk of black PR campaigns being run against us and being slandered in magazines. And we're at risk of anything, bodily harm with the way that these dumb PIs would chase us around like crazy. I covered that in the video I did on the PI video that I did last week.
Yeah, and then of course there's the historically famous example of Paulette Cooper and everything that they did to her. That's in Tony Ortega's book, The Unbreakable Miss Lovely. Just insane. I mean, they were planting evidence.
They tried to kill her.
Right.
They tried to kill her. They pulled a gun. It was her sister. And it looked like her. They thought it was her. And they even pulled a gun on her and misfired or didn't fire, luckily.
Thank goodness.
But, and they planted evidence, got her fingerprints, befriended her. People tried to get her to jump off a building, all this stuff. It was just broke into her psyche. She had a psychologist or psychiatrist and broke in and got her records. There's no length that they don't go to. So it isn't just something cute, or whatever, that Scientology is a distraction. It's a destructive, evil, despicable, criminal organization that needs to be shut down. And the IRS should be ashamed of themselves for giving them tax-exempt status, which enables them to continue to do their crimes.
Yep, period. Exactly. That's exactly right. And and again, there's always noise. There's always drama. We have a common ground we can all agree upon, which is that we agree Scientology is an evil cult of an organization.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure we have all different politics, all different whatever. We're not going to get distracted off into noise and anything other than let's keep doing what we're doing here, folks. That's why we're here. Let's stay focused.
No one's got any time for that. Yeah, exactly. And then the next one is covert operations, counterattack tactics. It says, Hubbard wrote an extensive volume of scripture specifically for the Guardian's office, Guardian's orders, the arm of the church charged with dealing with enemies, including a lot of policy for the intelligence branch, euphemistically called Information Bureau to sound less sinister, the covert operations arm of Scientology. All of this remains church policy today. It cannot be canceled. But more importantly, Scientology does not want it to be canceled. In their minds, Hubbard was right about everything he said. If it seems unsavory, so be it. Best to keep it confidential. These and many other references are now the policies of the Office of Special Affairs that direct their actions to be taken against critics. Perhaps the most significant Hubbard directives on this subject are two Guardian's orders from 28 March 1972. From counterattack tactics, ideal scene for Information Bureau, attackers against Scientology located and removed from their positions of power so that Scientology can get on with it, and any threat of attack restrained, leaving Scientology a clear field. Bright idea. These persons can always lose their jobs. These jobs permitting them power to destroy are valuable to them. This is a point of vulnerability. If the person's job is also not valuable to him, or if he cannot be made to cost his job, something can be found which he is seeking to protect, and it can be threatened. Psycho
Yeah.
freak.
I mean, if this is not right out of Evil Playbook 101, I don't know what is.
I know, and it's written as a policy of this is what we do from here to eternity, inalterable policy.
Yep, that's right.
Those stupid things. I mean, your mind has to be so warped to even just write these things.
I know.
And then it says, evolved operating principles. A, counterattack to obtain the removal of the person with a product of dismissed attacker. I think that was their stat also, is they had a statistic was dismissed attackers, and it was based on this reference.
Yep.
B, if on test A is not feasible, survey to find what the person considers valuable and use it for restraint. C, avoid, where possible, the commotion and wasted energy of paralleling an attacker's own evil purpose or of destroying his own government, agency, or institution, and instead discover the attacker and operate to cost him his job. Of course, it doesn't make total sense to me, but D, where A and C fail, use B. Plan. Can you read that? Because it's too small for me.
Yep. Hold on a second here. Okay, plan. Wherever an attack is in progress, and even when being held off by counter propaganda from PR or actions from legal, at once swiftly draw up a precise program using intelligence principles and cross-filing to isolate the attacker. B, identify the instigator. C, when identified or even suspected as the instigator, draw up a project which includes at least 3 channels to cost him his job. D, draw up a second project at once to survey and discover what the person really is defending and threaten it effectively. Note, intelligence in these regards is not feeding PR and legal as the only fruit of its endeavor. It is operating independently of these 2 functions. I can't see the part behind the... Oh, hold on. Yeah, I have a box blocking it. Sorry.
Okay. With its own product, i.e. a dismissed attacker, or its secondary product, a totally restrained and muzzled attacker. Totally restrained. What's their concept of what that is? Like, totally restrain me.
Yeah, and muzzled.
And also, and find out what's important to me and threaten it effectively. Get your creepy, stupid everything away from me. I mean,
I mean, the great example is when we lost our lawsuit, and they, the whole thing with the bill and all that, and that was OSA's attempt to muzzle and restrain us completely, and they threatened that they were going to aggressively pursue collection of that debt. Now, obviously we already had a plan in place. We paid it, and then we did a fundraiser and miraculously earned back every dollar of that, or, by donations of amazing people over the entire world. It was seriously incredible. But yeah, that was their goal. They wanted to, and I was thinking about this the other day. So one of the things was they wanted the rights to Mark's book. They wanted us to turn over the rights to Mark's book, Blown for Good Behind the Iron Curtain of Scientology. So I was thinking about that going, so they were either going to shut it down and make sure nobody ever purchased another copy, or were they going to keep selling it to see and get all the names and addresses of anyone buying Mark's book?
Good point. Good point. Yeah. I mean, one of the things that I was thinking about the other day when I was interviewing Alana was, see that creep, Dwayne Powell, he tried to get me alone, go somewhere alone with him. And it was Scientology's strategy. And he was just such a creep. It was just like, he asked me to go to the mall with him. What am I, 16 years old? I'm going to go to the mall with some dude while my husband's at the auction. Yeah, right. And so I was thinking about it. Why would he do that? and I'm sure it was like to get photographs of me out, when my husband's away at the auction, here's Amy out, being her, what is it? She couldn't curb her wanton
Oh my
sexual
gosh.
desires.
Yeah, let's not even repeat their words. It's just
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
twisted and evil.
Yeah.
But yes, I know what you mean. They're just trying to concoct false stories and lies. I know.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I got all pissed off again, newly.
Yeah, I know. And I understand. I understand. This is not for the faint of heart. It
Yeah.
is
Oh my
not.
God.
And we can go like, oh, well, no big deal. No, it is a big deal. And anyone who has the courage to stand up, I applaud you.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing it. Please stay strong. Please don't get drawn into the drama. Please stay focused on your reasons for wanting to speak out in the first place, and stay true to that course, because that is what is effective. Nothing else, anything else is doing OSA's job for them. No, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Won't catch me doing that crap.
No, hell no. Hell no.
I can't delete some stuff fast enough. So the next thing is create false rumors and lies, intelligence principles. So the other 28 March 1972 directive is intelligence principles. It goes into more detail about how to go about costing someone their job and gives this example. It tells intelligence to create false rumors and lies. Okay.
Yeah. And again, we're talking about an alleged nonprofit. Yeah, I know, exactly. Nonprofit organization whose stated purpose is to clear the planet. I mean, come on, guys. This is Hubbard's words.
Right. And
yeah,
all of
this
those,
is what they're doing day in and day out. This is what millions of tax-exempt dollars are being used to do.
And anyway, okay, yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Oh, man. Okay, so example. Gosh Porge is located as an antagonistic source in the Bureau of Mines. Study Bureau of Mines. They frown on corrupt and bankrupt employees. It is carefully worked out by survey. Gosh Porge receives a check for 250 pounds from the Aluminum Company of America at his office for, quote unquote, tip off and patents sent. And his wife, quote unquote, runs up fur coat bills at Harrods who sue, and, quote, a man in Soho wants his 1,800-pound gambling debt, and, quote unquote, a mistress calls his boss and demands the return of her diamonds Gosh borrowed. And as it keeps up, even Gosh Porsche's best denials won't prevent his being sacked. So that was a campaign on many different fronts. They find out what his employer doesn't like and then show how much that person is involved in everything that they don't like. Totally made up. And it doesn't matter. He's just going to get fired.
Yep.
Brilliant mind, L. Ron Hubbard. Wow. Thank you for that gem of advice.
Right.
He says, and a second example about how to get someone's lawyer turned against them by manufacturing fake complainants. It says, and legal areas like lawyers are a point of, does that say hit?
Yes.
Okay, so like lawyers are a point of hit also. Without consulting legal bureau, Bish Schmish, he's so creative on names too. Gosh, Porsche and Bish Schmish.
Yeah, Floozy was the other one, remember, from the danger condition. Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, wow.
So it says, without consulting legal bureau, Bish Schmish is suing Church Scientology for truckloads. Survey his attorneys covertly. One finds they detest people from the city. They very prejudiced against money clauses. So city blokes start appearing on their lines for Bish Schmish. Will he win the suit? Broker wants to know, can Bish Schmish cover his margins? City blower hat.
City bowler hat.
Bowler hat. What the heck is that? What's a bowler hat? Is it a police officer?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so we just went by.
I mean, bowler hat is a specific kind of hat, but I don't know what the inference is there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just trying to sound slick, I guess. City bowler hat beats up lawyer with an umbrella because Bish Schmish said he was going to get the lawyer to sue him over the blocks of stocks Bish Schmish swindled. Keep it up. Soon he won't have any lawyer.
I must say, it sounds awfully exhausting being OSA. OSA, why not just come out, give us a call?
Right?
The Aftermath Foundation will help you start over. There are way more constructive and important things to be done in this world than destroy people. Seriously, like, stop.
To do than destroy people. Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, it's not funny, but boy, does that true. It's so true.
I know. You're laughing because you're rejecting, it sucks. It sucks that we've had people trying to destroy our families for 18 years. Why? Because we're saying what happened? What's wrong with that, OSA? And it's happening. It was happening. Everything we've talked about, there's many people telling the same stories. That's why I'm saying anyone that wants us to get involved in drama, no thank you. Yeah, we're going to stay focused on this cult.
Exactly. Yeah, don't write to me saying I need to denounce this or do blah, no, I'm not involved. Nope. And I'm going to keep sticking it to OSA because the whole Church of Scientology is a complete destructive piece of crap, but the Office of Special Affairs enables, and controls all the PIs, all the lawyers, and all the crap that they're doing that's illegal.
Yep,
so
that's right.
They're the primary target, along with David Miscavige, who's a complete sociopath.
Yep, exactly.
So did I read that? So that was his shmish.
Yep, okay. You got that one. Good job, Amy.
Thank you. We're supposed to method 9 work there, which is read out loud, and any stumble, you have to go back to the beginning and restart it again. And like meantime, he's writing all this stuff. Bish, you can't even say it.
Yes, you would have had several. We would have been off in dictionaries with your facial expressions when you were reading. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, you can't have any emotion either.
No, no.
So this is called Battle Tactics. Obliterate him.
Yep.
Do you want to read this one?
Sure. Another Hubbard writing of 16 February 1969. He makes very clear his attitude. Scientology is at war with the press and those who challenge it publicly or in the legal arena. And these targets must be obliterated. If you uniformly apply the tactics and strategy of battle to the rows we get into, press or legal or public confrontation, you will win. We must ourselves fight on the basis of total attrition of the enemy. So never get reasonable about him. Just go all the way in and obliterate him. It is bad warfare to fight battles on your own terrain, in your own subject area, which, by the way, is why is part of why they have no public relations person any longer. I mean, hey, we're talking about $1 billion organization, and yet there's no public relation person speaking about them. Okay, it is not good to fight in the territory of allies. Fight battles wherever possible, only on enemy terrain, in and about his subject and his people, not ours. You can gauge your relative success by this. When all your battles are fought on his terrain, you are winning. A good general expands the maximum of enemy troops and the minimum of his own. He makes the war costly to the enemy, not to himself. One cuts off enemy communication, funds connections. He deprives the enemy of political advantages, connections, and power. He takes over enemy territory. He raids and harasses, all on a thought plane. Press, public opinion, governments, etc.
I mean,
Yep.
These are the strategies, and the thing of like come up with a three-tier plan.
Yeah, 3-tier plan. Yeah. Plan A, Plan B, Plan C, all intended to obliterate and destroy the enemy.
Yeah. So if plan A doesn't work, go to plan B, go to plan C, do anything until you get them obliterated. They're probably on plan Z by now with us.
I wonder how many. Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to finish that thought.
Here's another fun one. Always even the score. I never forget until the slate is clear. It's from the Manual of Justice. Let's look at that. So it says,
oh, hey, we have Blown for Good in the house.
Hey, Mark.
Yay. Hey,
Hi.
honey.
I think my husband's in the house too, but he doesn't know how to comment. He doesn't even know he doesn't even know how. I can't even believe he can see the video. He doesn't know how to use his phone.
Oh, now.
Oh.
Yes. Hey, Matt. Justified. Hey, Mark.
All right.
Yes.
Miss you. Okay, in 1959, L. Ron Hubbard wrote and published what he called the Manual of Justice. It's a lengthy treatise and, among many other things, contains passages dealing with the press and use of private investigators. It includes the admonition to cause reporters to shudder into silence. It details Hubbard's need for revenge. People attack Scientology. I never forget it. Always even the score. People attack auditors or staff or organizations or me. I never forget until the slate is clear. Very ominous.
Yep.
And the next one is find or manufacture enough threat. This is from the Department of Governmental Affairs. I like that, manufacture it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, this is too small for me. Do you want to give it a go?
Sure.
I'm going to step out for 1 second to get something. 1 second.
Okay. Let's see here. Hubbard's policy letter of 15 August 1960, Department of Governmental Affairs, describes the attitude expected of the Office of Special Affairs in accordance with his principle of never defending. The object of the department is to broaden the impact of Scientology upon governments and other organizations, and is to conduct itself so as to make the name and repute of Scientology better and more forceful. Therefore, defensive tactics are frowned upon in the department. We are not trying to make the central orgs and HCOs be good, quote unquote. We're trying to make their reach more secure and effective. Only attacks resolve threats. In the face of danger from governments or courts, there are only two errors one can make. A, do nothing, and B, defend. The right thing to do with any threat are to 1, find out if we want to play the offered game or not. 2, if not, to derail the offered game with a feint or attack upon the most vulnerable point, which can be disclosed in the enemy ranks. 3, make enough threat or clamor to cause the enemy to quail. 4, don't try to get any money out of it. 5, make every attack by us also sell Scientology. And 6, win. So let's see. If attacked on some vulnerable point by anyone or anything or any organization, always find or manufacture enough threat against them to cause them to sue for peace. Peace is bought with an exchange of advantage. So make the advantage and then settle. Don't ever defend. Always attack. Don't ever do nothing. Unexpected attacks in the rear of the enemy's front ranks work best. The goal of the Department, Office of Special Affairs, is to bring the government and hostile philosophies or societies into a state of complete compliance with the goals of Scientology. This is done by high-level ability to control, and in its absence, by low-level ability to overwhelm, introvert such agencies. LAPD, are you listening? Mm-hmm. Control such agencies.
Yes.
Yep.
I like just manufacture it. He's like not even holding back. It's not even like just kind of hinting. Yeah. It's no hint. It's like flat out saying.
Yep. Exactly.
Matt's in the chat. He says, "Who said I couldn't use my phone?"
I knew it. I knew you were making up stories, Amy. Matt's got this covered. He just likes it when you help him. That's all.
It's very funny. Okay. I love you, Matt. Okay, so here's the next one. Oh yeah, I already did.
Yeah, we did
I
that.
already did that.
Yes.
And then
Which was excellent.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what is that? That's just a blank screen. Okay.
Nice.
Did I have I had my little, oh, maybe I just have it on my, okay, so hold on. That one thing I was telling you about, I want to read it, but it's probably just going to be on my desktop. Where did I put it though?
You want me to take some questions while you're looking for that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
So here, actually, yeah.
Oh,
So while
you want
you
to do a
look for that,
giveaway?
we'll do a giveaway. Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Perfect.
Oh, but now
Okay.
I gotta be with you because hold on, because watch this. Okay. When the music stops, right? When the music stops. Okay, now what are we giving away? Because I have to show that too.
We will give away merch from the Blown for Good store as our first giveaway.
Okay,
so that
merch
means
from the Blown for Good store.
Yep. So whoever wins, you just go to the YouTube merch store, find what you'd like, send me the link to Claire at blownforgood.com, and I will send you a giveaway link and it will ship it to you. So, yep.
Okay. You ready for the music?
Yes. There we go.
Merch.
Faugine merch.
Faugine
There you
merch.
go. You are the first winner of the night. Congratulations. That music.
Nice.
That's so funny. Amy, can I just comment? You're having way too much fun with all this stuff.
You said last week, you said, oh, it'd be funny if we got the Jeopardy thing. And so I found it and downloaded it and put it up.
And you know what's funny? I saw somewhere, I haven't watched the video yet, but I think maybe Aaron started doing Scientology Jeopardy.
Really?
Yeah,
I haven't heard of that.
I don't know. I have to get caught up and look, but I think that might be the case. I've seen a lot of comments on Facebook that reference Jeopardy, so that's why I know I missed out on something there. But anyway.
Right. Man, I wonder what I did with this one thing. Okay, so do you want to go ahead and start looking at the comments? And I'm going to see if I can find this one thing because I really liked it. I thought it was in my thing, but it wasn't. Oh, let's see.
All right, here we go. So, Daily Owl. Hi, Claire and Amy. Maybe off topic, but I'm curious, whoever comes next as the head of Scientology, what it would take to secure the successful takeover. Yeah, at this point, I have no idea. I think I agree most with Mike that Shelley Miscavige would be the most likely candidate, but well, I don't know. Do you have a different answer to that, Amy?
I think that's the only answer. Really. I can't even imagine anything else.
Yeah.
David Miscavige, just, it's you got to know him, but he is a total sociopath. Like, he's not someone who's going to just ride off into the sunset. No, he's going to be in charge and hold his position until he's actually taken out.
Yes.
Like police or something like that. He will stay there. He's in love with himself. He's in love with money. He's in love with his ego. And he's got everybody there completely cowed to him and everything. So there's no budging that until an outside external force changes it.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Sharon Storm. Thank you for the super sticker, Sharon. We appreciate it. Here we go. Miranda Brinker. Can't believe it's week 7. Love. Wow. Women on Wednesday. Yes, absolutely. We appreciate you being here, Miranda. Thank you. And we will keep going. Let's see here. We might have to use different music, Amy. Oh. Mark just told me.
Why? I've downloaded a bunch of different music.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I just wanted to show Claire, Mark. I just wanted to show Claire
hopefully we don't get in trouble. We'll see. Ian Kirk, whoever eventually replaces Captain Dave has some very small shoes to fill.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, let's see here.
Oops.
Joni Cummings. Oh, you ready after this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Joni Cummings, Queen Bee, Amy, and Claire Bear, as well as Matt and Mark. I want to the four of you helping get out of one religion cult and keeping me away from another. I already thanked Aaron. I finally settling down to read Mike's book. Oh, that's amazing, Joni. Thank you very much for sharing that. And that's why we're here, and we'll keep doing what we're doing. Right, Amy?
That's exactly correct. Yes. Yep. And this was with regards to the noise we were talking about.
Yep.
And this is a really good little write-up that I saw, and I copied it because I wanted to bring it up. It says, if you put 100 black ants and 100 red ants in a jar, nothing will happen. But if you shake the jar hard, the ants will start killing each other. The red ants will consider the black ants their enemies, and the black ants will consider the red ants their enemies. The real enemy is the one shaking the jar. The same thing happens in human society. So before we attack each other, we should ask ourselves, who is shaking the jar?
That's a great one. One of my favorite ones as well, Amy, is the wolves. You have the good wolf and the bad wolf. Which wolf wins? Whichever one you feed.
I haven't heard that one before, but that's so true.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Whichever one you feed. Yeah.
Yep. Good. All right. We're gonna keep going with questions.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see. Yes, we're going over there.
Oh, I got it. Jefferson Hawkins. Hey, from Portland, Oregon.
Hi, Jefferson Hawkins.
Yay. Let's see here. John Paul Garcia. Finally got to hop on an SPTV live. It's morning here in the Philippines. The Queen Bee and Claire Bear. Just wanted to say, enjoyed both episodes on the Aftermath show. Well, thank you, John Paul Garcia. We appreciate it.
Yes. Hello to the Philippines.
Yes, exactly. All right. Stacy Y in the house. Since you've been through it, your voices will be heard by those in the bubble still. Hey, OSA, never too late to leave. Exactly right.
That's true. A lot of these guys, they know who we are. So, and they know that it's true what we say. So, it's going to plant some seeds, and they just have to figure out how to get out of there and do it. Yeah. They got family. I'm sure they got family that want to see them again.
Yeah. And when you were talking earlier about the control of information, the other key, another key element is control of communication. So that's one of the biggest things is, obviously they've been fed false information. And if you can just talk to a person directly, in many instances, you can open their eyes very easily, not attacking, just understanding, acceptance, and help getting out. Those are, that comes from a place of love and kindness and the intention to help somebody have a better life.
That's exactly true.
Yeah.
It worked for me. I got my stepdad out, and it took communication and saying, what was really going on. And he made the decision that he couldn't support a criminal organization because I exposed what was going on. He didn't know. Yeah. And once he did know, and now he has that information, he needed to make a decision. Do you want to continue to support that criminal group, or do you want to get our family back together?
Yeah.
And he chose the right way.
Good for him. Amazing. All right. Ann Burr in the house. At the base, did any of the parents talk about missing their kids, or was that something they couldn't talk about openly? Love you too. Yeah. To me, I'm shocked, Amy. I don't know about you. I'm shocked about how many people had kids that we knew and worked with that I didn't even know they had kids. That's how little they talked about it. Like you didn't have personal photos. No. That was not allowed, at your desk or anything like that. Look at me with my son's artwork behind me. That would not be allowed, so.
Yeah. My little dogs and,
Yeah. And so no. And the other piece was if someone did talk about missing their kids, they would most commonly be reported to ethics because it shows that they have other fish to fry, quote unquote, and they're off purpose, quote unquote. Anything other than doing your job at 100 miles an hour, yes, sir, no, sir, 3 bags full, sir, would get you reported to ethics.
Yeah. Luckily, I was not a reporter. Like I I didn't do a lot of reporting on people. I know that you have a reputation that you did.
Great. Here we go again.
Just you. It was because you made a little smile, and I thought, oh yeah, there we go.
I know. The second I'm like, reverse. Oh no.
I was a rule follower, though. I was. I mean, Matt was not. Matt did not, just lay down and let people roll over him at all. And he was labeled disaffected because of it, but he didn't care. Yeah. And he kept being himself. But me, I was always trying to be, in line and do what was needed and wanted, and be dedicated and for the cause, and because that's what I grew up with, and that's what you grew up with. So I thought it was all right, And finally, the crack in the armor started happening when I started realizing how much I was justifying total, utter insanity and illegal acts. So anyway, then I started seeing things for what they were, and then couldn't get out of there fast enough.
Yep.
Thank you, Matt, for helping me.
Yeah, I was taught how to write my first knowledge report when I was 6 years old. So.
Oh, God. Oh, that's just so bad. It's so wrong.
I know. Yep. No wonder I never had any best friends growing up, right? That among other things.
You're the report lady.
No, I actually wasn't. I was, it's just that they literally, in the cadet org in England, they literally were doing a handling on all of the kids. I didn't even know why, actually, but we were all everybody had to write knowledge reports. So I took no pleasure in it. I thought it was ridiculous. I hated it. I wanted nothing more than to just grow up in a normal house with a normal family. Like, why am I here? But one of the chapters in my book is going to be called Ghosts of Children Past, because it would happen in the cadet org that you'd have a friend and then you'd wake up the next morning and they would be gone. And so I'd be like, hey, what happened to Ben? Oh, his mom escaped in the middle of the night and took him with her. So it's just like, poof, they're gone.
Yeah. What a weird world to grow up in, right?
Yeah.
Just a totally unpredictable, unsafe, weird world. Yeah. Controlling, weird world.
Yep.
With security checks for children.
Yep. Yep. Writing up your crimes, quote unquote. I mean, all of that. It's just, yeah. So I am, anyway.
Totally.
There we go. All right. So moving on to our next comment here. Gail Watkins, in Scientology, showing emotions is down on the tone scale. So how does DM get away with losing his temper? Yeah, that's a great question.
It's really justified. It's justified, like, because he's got the world on his shoulders. He's having to do everything. And
he's supposed to have ethics presence, right? And he's supposed to impinge. So that's, and again, you can't, there are so many different policies and approaches. You can't always insert logic across. In fact, you can never insert logic across the board.
Never.
Communication is a universal solvent, or you need to disconnect, or
yeah, the whole thing is a contradictory piece of crap. And so in your mind, that's why your mind has to be doing some weird thing of justifying the weirdness, because it doesn't make sense. You read one thing, you see another, or whatever. So once your mind stops clicking to their beat, it's all over.
Yep, that's right. Exactly. The moment you ask questions, it's the beginning of the end. So there you go. So start asking questions, everybody listening to come on out. It's a beautiful world out here. All righty, Michelle Carpenter. Anyone who wants to watch the new TC movie should first sit through Apostate Alex's LGBTQ documentary. Also, weekly reminder of the SPTV Discord. Yes, I did manage to get back in. I just, I'll reach out. Michelle, would you shoot me an email? I need some just a few quick pointers, because I get lost really quickly. But yes, there you go. And definitely, as we already mentioned, watch Apostate Alex's documentary.
Good.
All righty then. Danny Hightree, SPTV rocks. You young ladies, keep it going. It's working. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah, and Mark and I always talk about it when we start to feel like there's noise and drama. We're like, yep, we're doing it right. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Stay on course.
Mm-hmm.
Stay focused and keep going. So, yep, that's what we're doing.
Yep.
Joni Cummings. Queen Bee Amy, your book is next on my list, and please tell Mike Rinder thank you to him for his help. By all of SPTV telling their stories has helped me realize that I have been in a cult religion. Sending love. That's awesome.
Good.
Yep. All right. Let's see here. Question. How does it never occur to Scientology that clearing the planet should include SP? Speaking strictly from Scientology's point of view on saving the planet, which of course they aren't doing in the least. Yeah, I know. But by now you'd think Amy would do a statistic analysis and go, wait a minute. Of
the majority of them are out there.
Yeah, our 2.5%
is now 90%.
Yeah, exactly. We're all out of whack. Hubbard got it wrong, but no, they would never say that. So yeah.
But it's just funny, like, yeah, I love questions from people who are not stuck in the, or don't have like a fixed kind of idea from growing up in it, but like it's just like so fresh.
Yep.
It doesn't make sense if you're supposed to clear the planet. What about the SPs?
Yeah, no, it's absolutely true. And questions like that get so many gears moving in the mind of a Scientologist that it's a good thing, Yeah. Ask those questions.
Yes, I love those questions.
Yep. Kyla McDonald. Amy, I've been having a great time on Twitter with your tweets. Retweeting is fun when it really makes OSA mad. Claire, you give such great tweets to retweet. OSA has been trolling. Oh boy.
Yes,
good thing I don't spend any time on Twitter. I'm like, no.
Well, the thing that I like to do when one of these stupid things, you should be ashamed of yourself because of your sex life or whatever, I say.
Oh my gosh.
How I answer it is David Miscavige beats people. David Miscavige beats people. David Miscavige beats people. And then they stop because they don't want
Yeah. Where's Shelley? Dave Miscavige? Nope. Where's Shelley Miscavige? Where's your wife?
Where's your wife?
Yeah. Exactly. Insanity. Aaron Gebhardt, do you think that DM ever talks to Shelley now? If not, do you think he visits, quote unquote, with other women, or is he just celibate now? Would this be hidden? Love you guys. He definitely does not visit Shelley. No question about that. She's persona non grata in his world. And she's, anyway, no.
She's nothing to him right now.
Yeah.
Besides a total distraction and a sore subject, because people are looking for her. So he
and a threat, a very real threat. Yeah.
And then in terms of, is he celibate? I mean, look at the profile of a sociopath. It tells you.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah.
All righty. Moving on here. Moonage Daydream. Question. With the SPs being ex-Scientologists, doesn't that make DM a PTS as he was connected to them all? How does he brush that fact off? That's a great question. And yes, it absolutely makes him PTS. And I mean, yeah. Tom Cruise as well. He audited Mark, as is covered in Mark's book. So,
Tom Cruise is a big Scientology failure. Like the one person that he audited is one of the biggest outspoken critics of Scientology in the universe. And then 3 failed marriages when you're supposed to, it's all about relationships and stuff. Yeah. So what's up with that? Except for David Miscavige says he's the most dedicated Scientologist that he knows.
Yep. Exactly. And actually by Hubbard policy, David Miscavige is a suppressive person because he's surrounded by cowed and ill associates, among other things. And he is absolutely the most paranoid person I've ever met. I don't know about you, Amy.
Oh, I mean, he's just in fear. That's goes along with the sociopath thing. They have to do all this domination stuff because of their fear.
Yep.
He's got anxiety and fear, and also like he's a germaphobe too.
Yep.
I don't know if you noticed that, but you cannot sneeze anywhere near his entire universe.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine post-COVID? Jeez Louise.
Oh, I'm sure it was just a nightmare. Just a nightmare.
Yeah. All righty, moving on here. Free Xenu Project. Sounds like Hubbard used Hitler to write OSA orders. Yep, exactly. Well, we already have other examples of that, so it wouldn't surprise me one bit.
Right.
Yep. Okay, Joni Cummings again. Thank you, Joni. Can't choose between the two great ladies exposing Scientology. Both of you are great. I don't think Scientology realizes they are giving SPTV and the critics fuel. Yeah, I know. You'd think that they would kind of wake up and smell the coffee, but that just never seems to happen. They just apparently have their massive foot bullet factory going full blast, right?
Yeah, totally. Flat out.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Joni. We appreciate you being here.
Yes. And you don't have to choose between us.
No, exactly. Exactly.
You get us both.
Yes. COB Elf. How can never-in allies best help guard against these tactics? If we see something, should we say something, engage, not engage? What's your answer to that, Amy? That's a great question.
So, Goldie is a perfect example of that because she's got her links ready. And so, like this is the link to, I would just make a list of links that you can use and add them if it's a video or if it's a document or whatever. And so that when somebody looks at it, they're going to have to look at what it is that you put up. I don't think it should just be ignore it because they're just going to continue. I think just put in their face the information because our books are out there. There's a ton of videos on it and stuff like that. So just, have that stuff at the ready and use it.
Yep, exactly.
What do you think?
I definitely, I don't think, I think it depends on what it is, but certainly,
Yeah,
I wouldn't
what it
agree
is.
with engaging. It's always stay focused. And like you said, Amy, what Goldie does an amazing job of always having, links to hand and resources and help. I just had a funny thought. I'm like, oh, every once in a while, an OSA troll will post a comment on one of our videos.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to go there. Congratulations, you win a copy of Mark's book. Well, for good. Behind the Iron Curtain of Scientology. Please email me your address.
And we'll get it off to you right away.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Yeah, it's perfect. It's a perfect response.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, yeah, so that's my
answer. But not fighting with them or anything like that. I am only saying just like to put the link there,
yes.
and hopefully they're going to start looking at it.
Yep, exactly. Alrighty, Diana B. Free gaming ramping up equals SPT. Oh, fair gaming ramping up equals SPTV videos, etc. effective. Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah, that's spot on. That's the deal. That's how we'll always look at it. So thank you for being here, Diana.
Yeah.
Marilyn Honig, Coffee, Cults, and Crafts. You ladies are amazing, brave, and strong. Thank you for explaining the strategy of this criminal organization and for setting a great example. Absolutely, Marilyn. Thank you for being here, and thank you for everything that you do.
And it is the strategy. That's the strategy. One thing before you go to the next comment, I mean, you can, but one thing would be kind of fun is we get some really good comments on our videos. And I just copied a couple of them down. A couple of them made me really laugh, but I just wanted to say it. Like one person says, and I didn't write down who said it or whatever. I just copied what they said. One says, I've never seen a group manage their public image worse than Scientology.
Yes.
They manage their public image so bad. Like they don't have a spokesperson. They do nothing besides, crap. Yeah. And then the next one says, Scientology knows how to say all the wrong things correctly.
Yeah, maybe we should start doing commenter of the week.
Yeah.
We can pick our favorite comments from each of our channels.
Yeah, that would be fun. I would love to
Yeah.
do that. There was one more, which is Scientology is an organized crime organization with a vindictive, spiteful, immature, destructive aspect that sucks its members dry while trying to ruin the lives of anyone exposing it. The DOJ and the IRS really need to do something about these horrid people. But I like that.
Yep.
Crime organization with a vindictive, spiteful, immature, destructive aspect that sucks its members dry.
Yep, exactly. Oh my
Anyway,
goodness.
thank you for your comments, guys. And I do see your comments, and yes, we'll do that. Like, put all your comments in there, and then we'll maybe pick and read your comments on one of our lives.
Yes, definitely. That's awesome. Alrighty, so moving on here, Stacy Y. This is similar to the new doxing techniques, which is gaining ground for litigation. This encourages attacking people from blind belief. Hello, FBI. Yep. Thank you, Stacy.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Elsie, can any of these writings be used against them in court? Well, my answer to that is yes, as in witness what happened in the Danny Masterson trial. That's their own policies, Hubbard's writings, their policies and procedures. That's what they are. And, and factor in as well, again, just to reiterate, there are many others that we no longer have access to. Many, many others. So,
oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tombs, volumes and volumes.
Yes, exactly. All right, Stephanie Sandoval from Tana. Keep up the great work, ladies. Yay. Tana, as in Montana? Is that what that is, Amy?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Or maybe somebody didn't know how to comment, so she's commenting for them.
All right. Well, either way, thank you, Stephanie,
you.
And thank you everybody here joining us tonight. We appreciate it.
Yes.
All right. Jason Polychron. Have you met Monique Yingling? What do you think of her personally, ethically? Why is DM so dedicated to her? You want to answer first?
Yeah, of course I've met her. And I did a whole legal meeting with her one time when I was the Watchdog Committee member over the Association for Better Living and Education sector, because it's supposed to be secular. And my statistic was collections and reserves. And so they were paying money from all these secular Narconon, Criminon, Applied Scholastics, and the Way to Happiness foundations up the lines. And so she was giving all of her legal advice about how that can't be, and how my post title needed to change to just putting things out as board of directors or whatever, just lie and cover these things up. And it was a plan on how to do that. And so what do I think of her? I think that the next time I see her, I'm going to tell her that she is actively covering up crimes for Scientology and aiding and abetting in the abuse of David Miscavige. And she knows way more than people might know. I mean, she actually was there when certain things happened with regards to the hole and everything like that. So she gets a big paycheck, and that's what she works for. And to me, that's sick and criminal.
Yes, exactly. And yes, I've also met Monique Yingling. I think she is, she's a coward, and she's doing very evil work on behalf of David Miscavige. Ironically, the first time I met Monique Yingling was on the stage of the IES event where the IRS tax exemption was announced, because I was walking on the trophy to give to her as a anyway. And that is why I believe David Miscavige is so dedicated to her, because she has been doing his dirty work, starting with getting, or not starting with, but significantly obtaining their tax exempt status. She was very involved in that. So, and her husband, Jerry Pfeffer, right? Her husband's. Yeah. Anyway.
I don't know him.
I think he's some high-powered person as well. So,
well, anyway, they make a lot of money. And
yeah, they're minions for David Miscavige doing his bidding. So there you go.
It's like the mafia. It's just, anyway, she's going to go down when he goes down, because she has orchestrated the cover-up of this guy's crimes.
Yeah,
Financially, too.
Yeah. And just look at her communication, like her blinking and all that. Just read the physical, what that physically tells you and communicates to you, because it's not good. Her body language is absolutely awful.
Yeah, her eyes rolling back in her head.
Right. Exactly. Yep. Free Xenu Project. Ethics, justice. Someone send OSA a dictionary.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. Good point. Oh my goodness. All right. Stephanie Sandoval. Oh, from Tana. Treats for your fur babies. Okay.
What does from Tana mean? Is that
we have
Montana?
A misunderstood word.
Yeah.
Hopefully it means Montana.
Well, thank you for the fur babies.
Yes. Jefferson Hawkins again. Thanks for joining us, Jeff. It's hilarious to me that they had a whole program to shudder me into silence, quote unquote. And I never noticed anything. Good job, OSA. Yes. Winning. Yeah, exactly. They're utterly failing.
And they fired missions and everything, and we didn't even notice.
Yeah. And the problem is that what OSA fails to realize is we've already lived through hell. So anything we experience now is like, whatever, we'll deal with it. I'm not saying it's nice or pleasant.
No,
but we've lived through so much worse that, we're just going to keep going, dust ourselves off, keep doing the work, and keep on speaking out. So there you go.
That's exactly right.
Denver Steve-O. I love when Claire casually mentions Mark's book by reciting the entire name, including subtitle. I love when Amy figures out a new thing and gets giggly like a schoolgirl. Love you both. Band Goldie. Love you both. Band and Goldie. He meant and Goldie.
Yeah.
OSA smells like poo.
Yes,
Denver Steve-O in the house. Yes.
Hello, yes. So let's do a book. Scientology, Abuse at the Top. Right?
Yes. Perfect.
So what's the whole head on that one?
What's that?
I got to figure out what the whole. Now, hold on. Let me go over here and go like this, because I made something cool, which
of course you did. Why am I not surprised?
Here
Amy,
we go.
Putting all of us SPTV people to shame. There we go.
See, but it's over there. I was over there before, but anyway, so there's the book.
Yep.
Scientology, Abuse at the Top. So I'm going to play some music, and anybody who wants a free copy of my book, it's going to be a paperback signed by myself and my husband, Matt. Then say, book me. Could anybody hear the music, or was it just me? It was playing it loud in my ears.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't hear a single thing, but I'll let you know if I see
people need to comment if they could hear at all. Because they're just still saying book me, but I need to know if you could hear that sound. Linda, yay, you got a book. So you know my email, you know how to contact me. So send me your contact information, your address, and I'll get a book out to you right away. I'm so happy that you won.
Nice. Oh yeah. So everybody says they could hear the music. It was, and that it was it was loud. I was the only one that couldn't hear the music.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know why you couldn't hear it. It was a nice rock song.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I was like,
okay. So now I have to take that little banner down and, let's see, hide that. And then
you want me to go to the next comment?
No, because I was going to show this real quick. So for those who didn't win, I'm sorry, but you can order a copy of my book at scobee-publishing.com. Go there, and it's my new website that I've been working on. And if you want a copy of Blown for Good, Behind the Iron Curtain, go to blownforgood.com.
Yes, there we go.
And we're going to do this. Please subscribe to both channels at Who is Amy Scobee and Blown for Good. Thank you. We love our amazing SPTV community. And so right now, if you're not subscribed to either one of our channels, could you do that? And also put like, because it really helps us to be able to continue to put out content, and it gets us encouraged.
Yes. And we are an amazing community. I love everybody who has sprung up around all these different channels and supporting.
Yeah.
And we are going to all work together to continue doing the work of exposing this dangerous cult, because as we've shown you, their policies that they're working on every single day want us to fail completely. And we are not going to do that.
Right. Yeah. So that music that I just played was not copyrighted. You know, it's like generic that anybody could have. So
perfect.
You know, yeah. So
sorry I couldn't hear it, but I was definitely listening.
Probably maybe Mark blocked it so that it didn't play on your.
I will admit that thought crossed my mind. I was like, wow, Mark has superpowers. I cannot hear anything. I don't think so, but it's all good. So we're ready to keep going on comments?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. So Meerkat Moon, bloody hell, I love you too. That's all. Here's a $5. Wow, Meerkat Moon, thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
All right, Donna Dwyer. In all of your word clear exercises, did the word narcissist ever come up? I was thinking about this. I don't ever remember that coming up.
Me either. Narcissist. There's like out of valence, you know, that would be one thing that, you know, was brought up, but narcissist wasn't a Scientology word, so probably wasn't used much. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, sorry, lost track here. There we go. Joni Cummings, OSA is poo. Well, the ladies and Eminem are too good for Scientology. I love the work. OSA, come out. It's safe. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. Bo Beats, Whole Track Productions. Fear not the bad man. Shaking the jar. Fear SPTV. Yes, exactly. The truth shall prevail.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. Sorry, I'm just catching up here. All righty. Tarkina Meyer in the house.
Tarkina.
Hello, Tarkina. Before seeing TC movie, go see The Sound of Freedom, a true story of child trafficking. And that is an example of what Scientology does as well. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I want to see that.
I do too. We were going to go see it last weekend and it was sold out at our movie theater.
It? Okay.
Yeah. Which has not happened since before COVID at that movie theater. So
wow, that's crazy. Something.
Yeah, it is. All right. So Free Xenu Project. Does Scientology realize SPs are more than 80% themselves? Do you know what that means, Amy?
Does Scientology realize SPs are more than 80%? Then I don't understand.
Yeah, maybe there's Free Xenu Project. Sorry, we're kind of missing the analytics there. I think I understand.
Are we dense?
No. I think they're saying that, like, percentage wise, with the amount of SPs, it's either way, the 2.5% percentage is way out of whack. So way out of whack. That is true. Sorry, we missed the boat on your analytics there, but you know, as Aaron likes to say, hey, what do I know? I grew up in a cult. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure it was easily understandable. I just missed the point there. Peggy Wolf, I was zooming in to look at your son's artwork and noticed your beautiful complexion, Claire. Then I looked over to Amy and her complexion is also beautiful. What's your secret, ladies? Oh, wow. Nice. Thank you. I don't know that I have a secret. Do you have a secret, Amy?
No. I mean, I use, you know, I'll tell you later.
It's on a need to know basis. Yeah, no, the struggle is real here in Colorado. It's so dry, but anyway.
Is it? Yeah.
Yes, well, but thank you for your kind. Yeah, thank you for your very kind comment, Peggy Wolf. Yes, we appreciate it
very much.
Yes. Aaron Gebhardt, any talk or plans for an Aftermath season 4? Not that I've heard of, no. However, we do have, hold on, let me hide this real quick. We have an amazing documentary coming, not Aftermath, but Aftermath Foundation, sharing a story of someone we've been helping. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's we've been working with the very talented and amazingly beautiful Kelly Copter, and I just cannot wait. It's going to be epic. So yeah, OSA is going to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Andy Fabulous. Imagine OSA as guest host on Saturday Night Live. Nope. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, they're about as funny as a frog.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Sorry, I'm falling down on the job here. Aaron Gebhardt. Is there any standard letter that exists or can be created that people can copy and send to their local government representatives about Scientology?
Well, go to protestscientology.com. And if that doesn't work, because for some reason Google, I mean, so the other link is called, one second, is called RepWrite, REPWRITE, reprite.com/Scientology. So, but you should be able to put in protest Scientology and go right to it. But those have exact letters that can go to your representatives and also to LAPD with regards to Shelley and also to the IRS commissioner. And there's one that's going to be going up that's going to go to the head of the FBI with regards to children. And we're just doing some tweak stuff on that. And that's going up this week. So everybody can do multiple postcards that get sent to all of those authorities with regards to Scientology.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Alrighty, let's see here. Free Xenu Project again. Is Mark's next book going to publish all these policies you showed us tonight and more? Well, Mark would have to answer that question. I don't want to speak for Mark, but I know that in the outline he did for his book 2, he was covering everything that has happened since we escaped Scientology, many of which are even crazier stories in some aspects than what we experienced when we were in Scientology. So yeah. Hopefully Mark will get the chance to do that. I know he just yeah.
I have a whole thing about fair game and the policies and the actions that they did. And my book, see, because my first book ends when my mom and I got disconnected.
Yes.
So everything happened since then.
Yes.
I mean, everything, the whole universe blew up and everything happened since then. So there's a lot to write about and it's in progress.
Yep. Awesome. All right. Obi O'Brien. What did Shelley do that was so bad? Yeah.
Non-compliance.
She was questioning David Miscavige's authority and he was afraid of that. And so, yeah, that's it in a nutshell. But Amy, you and I in our Where's Shelley episode, you talked about that. I saw it starting to happen where David Miscavige was unraveling and losing his grip on reality, losing all control, becoming more and more violently, physically abusive.
I mean, he even grabbed me around the neck and shook me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And Shelley more and more was showing her outrage at his behavior. And I'm sure he did not take kindly to that. And Shelley is a threat to him because of what she knows. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah.
All righty then. Free Xenu Project. No, it was my fault. Does Scientology know that, and I will amend this to 98% of the world is an SP. So they couldn't possibly clear the planet unless they clear it of Scientologists.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great, we get it now. Thank you for clarifying. Thank you. I'm sorry you had to do an additional super chat there, but thank you for that. And
that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, we're all SPs, the whole bad world, WOG world.
Yes. Yep. Anyway, that was all the starred questions that we had.
I see 2 stars up here.
Oh, yeah, no, it's just because I didn't
unstar them.
Yeah,
okay, good.
I didn't.
Okay.
There we go. All right, I'm back here now. So if anyone has any last questions, Amy, sorry to pull a fast one on you. I was going to tell you about this offline, but I just wanted to let our audience know. Next week, I will be here.
You're pulling a fast one on me.
I am. I have some very important SP business to take care of, sincerely.
Okay.
But it's just that one day. Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Well, we could move it to Thursday next week if you wanted.
Okay, let's ask the people. Do they want to do it Thursday with both of us, or do they want to do just ask me anything type of scenario on Wednesday? I'm good at either day. I'm totally good, right? I don't think I'm good either day. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, anyway, we can, just comment, everybody. We love you. And, unfortunately, there was no way around this, and I'll explain it all, Amy. Like, I remember I said I needed to talk to you afterwards.
Yeah.
That's why. Anyway, it's all good.
That people are saying Thursday. Thursday works. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Then let's do Thursday.
Let's do Thursday next week.
Yeah, it will be whatever. I can't think of anything right off the top of my head that's catchy. It will be Women on Wednesday on Thursday.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, good. And also comment if there's specific subjects you really want to hear about, because we have a whole list and everything, but we want to make sure that we're also providing what it is that everybody wants as well, so that maybe we're not thinking about. So comment in the actual comments, not the thread here, because then we might not see it, but in the comments, please say what you would be interested in hearing about.
Yes, absolutely. Should we do one last giveaway before we wrap up for tonight? Okay, so this one, go ahead.
Is it going to be his book?
Yes, Mark's book.
Okay.
Blown for Good. Behind the Iron Curtain of Scientology. That was for you, Denver Stevo.
Can you see it?
Yes, I see it.
Oh, I need to do music. Let's see if you can hear the let's see if you can hear the music here. I'm gonna do this one. Get your book me in there.
Boom. There we go. Aurora N., you have been booked. Please shoot me an email, claire@blownforgood.com, and we will get that to you. Just send me your address. Yay.
Nice. Nice. Good. And so Mango, be nice to Kiwi. he's on top of him. Kiwi's letting out this little yelp.
Mercy,
so again,
mercy.
I'm going to plug again for everyone to please subscribe to both of our channels. That gives us both support, and like this video as well. I don't know how this all spoke. Smash the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe. That's what people say.
Yeah, and thanks to everyone who watches to the very end.
And thank you for watching to the very end. Bam. Oh, and by the way, so I also have a new outro. Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'll be playing that at the very end. Yeah. I won't have a new one every week, but I did it just because I wanted to.
Nice.
But we'll play it when we're ready.
Mark commented in the comments, Blown for Good, tell Watermelon that I say hi.
My next one's gonna be, let's see, what could Peaches.
Peach. Yeah, Peaches. Definitely Peaches.
A watermelon. Mark, even far away can always get me to crack up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Tangerine would be way too long.
Tangerine, yeah.
Can you imagine being at the dog park? Tangerine!
A cantaloupe.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
He fits Kiwi so much. I mean, like it was a viewer suggestion, and we just loved it. And he right away started responding to that name right away.
Nice. That's amazing. It was meant to be.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, it's been fun, Amy. Good seeing you as always. Great collaborations. Much more to come. Thanks to everybody here. I hope everyone has a wonderful night.
I hope you all had enjoyed yourselves and also learned something new. And we love being here with you all.
Yes.
And we'll see you next Thursday. Bye.